Hey guys, back again with us,
Natasha and
Fable.
and today we're going to talk about our food experience in Busan. And this video is in collaboration with PTO, which is
Busan Tourism Organization. Okay, so a little bit fun fact about foods in Busan. So foods in Busan are mostly made in times of war because in time of war, South Koreans take refuge in Busan, and that's the reason why foods in Busan are mostly made of seafoods, which is the local ingredients and simple ingredients, because simple ingredients at the time are leftover ingredients since the ingredients are scarce. If you think that some of the food isn't included in this video, you can watch our friend's video here.
okay. So the first one is Dongdae Pajeon, a must try since it is one of the few restaurants to keep the traditional recipe from 4 generations. Starts from 1930s when a man started to mix seafood with green onions. It tastes different than the other pajeon, but also tastes good. So for the food, we ordered Dongdae Pajeon, yakchojeon byong muchim, and yongyangmuk muchim. It tastes.
Yeah, actually the food that we ordered tastes quite unique. So aside from the pajeon, maybe the younger generation might not have a quite great time tasting it, but we still have a great time experience, Yeah. And lastly, you will also get the hobak sike, which is an extract from pumpkin with rice. I don't know their drinks lah, but it tastes nice. Okay, so let's try.
What's like?
It is sweet.
Sweet. So it's good.
It's good.
Macam.
Yeah, it tastes good. Right.
It's good.
This thing tastes good. So if you're interested in tasting traditional pajeon, you can just head to
Busan Line 4 and head towards
Suan. Yeah, Suan. Okay, so next is fish cakes. Fish cakes are also known as
Omuk.
are one of Busan's most popular snacks and street foods. There are many fish cake makers in the city, from dedicated restaurants to street side stalls. Omuk itself is originated from Japan, and it was introduced to Korea on Japanese occupation. The one we try is Samjin Omuk. Oh. You didn't eat the sausage.
I had the omuk.
So how does it taste? Only good?
Kimbap in Busan area is also very special. They put on variation on kimbap, but there are one actually that stand out the most. It is
Twigim kimbap, or known as
fried kimbap. The Twigim kimbap is actually not from Busan, but it's popular in southern area. This variation of kimbap cannot be found in Seoul, so it's a must try if you try to visit Busan.
Okay, and actually it's very easy for you to find this Twigim kimbap because in most stalls they sell it.
So here we go.
Okay.
Actually, it's delicious.
So, should foreigners eat this?
Yeah, well, if they come to Korea, I think they should eat.
Yeah, it's a must try, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Street food first.
Thanks, bro.
Okay, for Malaysia.
Okay, so the next one is mulhui. Mulhui itself is a sashimi dish that is eaten by seasoning finely chopped seafood and vegetable and then cool them with cold water. The taste of mulhui is sweet and as well as sushi-ish or sushi-like. Yeah, like sushi lah. Okay. Yeah, sushi and sashimi. Okay, actually there are lots of restaurants that sells mulhui, especially in Haeundae or Gwangali area. However, we recommend you to visit Jagalchi Market, which we visited and we eat there, as they prepare the food fresh. And in addition, in Jagalchi Market, You can try other seafood such as the popular sanakji, which is octopus.
Last is nangchae jokbal. Jokbal actually could be found anywhere in South Korea. However, the only special nangchae jokbal could be found in Busan. The food itself consists of wasabi sauce, jellyfish slice, cucumber slice, and carrot slice. Best way to enjoy this jokbal is to wrap a tender fish in some lettuce and perilla leaf or butt.
Yeah, and the food, because there's wasabi inside, right? And that's why the food actually tastes quite cold and stingy. And that's why this dish is even more special.
As far as we know, this food could only be found in Hagseng Jokbal, a restaurant near the Gukje market in Korea. So, we'll recommend you to come to this
restaurant. Okay, so after the food, we will recommend you the area that you must visit in Busan for food lovers. If you really like coffee, tea, or various beverage, then you really should visit South Korea for understanding its coffee culture and experiencing different coffee shops. You can find a charming and Instagrammable cafe on every corner in Busan, together with many of the international chains like Starbucks, Coffee Bean, Hollies, and Asuchi. Most of the local cafes are either themed, serve the cutest coffee, or even they offer fantastic views, especially Jeonpo Street Cafe. For example, there are some cafes with various animals such as dogs, cats, or raccoons. You can find many kind of cafe all the way to street. One of the cafe we visit is Vintage 38 or Vintage 38 in English. So this place is, just as its name is a vintage theme cafe, and the ambience is very cozy and very chill, like for people to hang out and talk to each other. Nice. Very chilla.
Next, there are many street vendors at Bukpyeong, Sijam, and Beef Square. Even more, there are not only Korean food, but also Vietnamese, Turkish, and Japanese, and also Chinese food. You can also see night queue of Busan. Seat hot dog, or known as Siat hot dog, is catching on among local and foreign tourists. Its sinfully sweet taste has people lining up in front of the stall for biting.
Okay, so previously we have already talked about Somyeon shopping street, but today we're going to talk about the Somyeon food alley. The Somyeon food alley itself is actually an alley with a lot of stalls in the corner, in the side of the street, and it only opens at night. Why they're only open at night? It is because they sell food that is mostly anju. Anju is a food that you ate while drinking alcohol. Actually, when we got there, we're quite surprised by the price because it's quite expensive. But after we eat there, we think that actually the experience that we have there is actually worth the price.
Cak, what do you got, Cak?
Orange! Mini orange! Udah mabuk. Last one is the Choryang Galbi Alley. The origin of the Choryang Veggie Galbi Alley can be traced back to the Korean War, wherein Busan was packed with countless refugees. Because Choryangdong was located in the middle of the refuge settlement at the Dangban area, it had gradually become crowded with cheap dinner specializing in pork ribs.
Yeah, so the alley itself is very unique. When you get into the alley, everywhere, like on your right, on your left, all sells Dweji Galbi. And that's why it's called Dweji Galbi Alley. And what makes the Dweji Galbi Alley special? In South Korea, we mostly, when we eat Dweji Galbi, they use the stove, right? But this time, they really use barbecue. They use the charcoal, and that makes the Dweji Galbi has a smoky flavor and smoky taste, and that's so nice.
Of course, the little fish.
Okay, so to reach the location, you'll need to stop at Choryang Station in Busan Line 1. And it will take you around 500 meters of walking. And you need to find the place quite interesting because it's in quite a secluded area. But fear not, as you'll be treated very politely when you arrive in the location. Okay, so actually there are many other delicious food in Busan, but these are just some food that we are representing for you about Busan. So you can just come and see it and taste it for yourself. So make sure to come and visit Busan.
That's all for today. Hope this video will be useful and helpful. So see you on the next
video. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Bye bye. Let's travel
Busan.
Yeah. Dear.